The next book is going to be kind of 4 books. I've read a lot of Robin Hobb books this year, and I've had difficulty narrowing down to what were my favourites. I did wonder about just choosing one and sort of having it represent all of them. There were definitely some that were better than others. So the ones that I most enjoyed were The Mad Ship, which is the second book in the Live Ship Trader series. And I still think that the Live Ship books might be my favourite trilogy of hers. I've got The Ship of Destiny here. This is the third in that trilogy. But this one had a lot of character development in it. We saw some characters from the first book in different settings, which was really exciting. There was a lot of some of my favourite characters as well. The third book in the Farseer trilogy, I think, has to be on my list as well. I know that a lot of people really don't like this one and think that it's one of her worst, but I really liked it. It focused on some characters who I find fascinating, and I like the whole quest element of it, and they were going on this journey. There's some really interesting ideas that get explored in this book that then get taken up later on as well. So then we have Fool's Fate, which is the third in the Tawny Man trilogy. This is another one with Fitz and the Fool, and there is a lot of Fitz and a lot of the Fool in this, which I love. I really loved their character development in this, and also their relationship and how that develops throughout the book and throughout the trilogy as a whole. But these characters are a bit older now. They have got past that sort of, or certainly Fitz has got past that adolescent stage, and a lot of things get tied together in this final book. I think that Robin Hobb does final books in her trilogies really exceptionally well. The fourth Robin Hobb book that's on my favourites list is Fool's Assassin, which is the first in the Fitz and the Fool trilogy. This book doesn't have a lot of the characters that I really like in it, or at least it doesn't have them in the book so much. But I think what was really interesting about this is seeing the characters that we do see in a new setting and different stage of their lives. I don't want to say much more about it because spoilers, but it really has a different tone to the others, and I really enjoyed that. Okay, so we are down to the last 3. There will be no surprises in the final 3. I have to say that both this one, The Name of the Wind, and The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss, these are numbers 2 and 3, or 3 and 2 if we're counting down, I suppose. I've read this book 3, 4 times now, quite a few times. I've been reading the audiobook, but I also have the physical copy because it's pretty and I like to be able to just flip through it as well. What can I say? I mean, it has all of the elements of things that I love in books. It's set at a university. It's a magical university. On top of this, the main character is a musician, which I absolutely love, and his music and how the music is described, and the writing. Oh my goodness, the writing. Patrick Rothfuss really knows how to put together words into wonderful sentences and wonderful paragraphs and wonderful chapters, and ultimately a wonderful, wonderful book. And I cannot wait for the third book in the trilogy to come out. And there will be no surprise about what the final book is. This is a book that I have only read once, and it is a book that I'd like to reread at some point, but I think I need to be emotionally prepared. It is, of course, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. The book that has had an awful lot of buzz on BookTube, in the publishing world in general, the Man Booker shortlist. A lot of people love this book, a lot of people don't love this book. It's not a book that you should enter into lightly. It is a very challenging, difficult read in terms of the subject matter. These characters are like people that I know in real life. I feel like I know them. I've done a full review on this. I haven't shut up about this book, but it's wonderful. It's not a perfect book, but I love it, and I will reread it at some point when I feel like I need some more pain in my life. So there we are. Those are the novels that made my top list of this year. I'm actually going to do another video where I talk about my favourite non-fiction and short stories. Yeah, hopefully that one will be a little bit shorter than this video. But as always, thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you liked any of these books, if you now want to read them, if you've read them and disagree with me, all of the things in the comments.